Shit, it's week 3, nigga. 3 weeks in a row.
3 weeks in a row.
Oh, look at us making progress, sticking to our word.
Yeah, we doing well
Season
for
2.
ourselves.
This is season 2. Did we tell y'all that?
Yeah.
Kinda, but remember we started season 2. This season 2.5.
2.5.
Yeah, we started season 2. We got about 2-3 episodes into it, and decided that wasn't the best idea.
Yeah.
We're working it out. Trial and error. What's up,
man.
guys?
What's up? What's going on?
Hey, y'all the ones who had the exciting weekends. I've been doing my same old same.
Yeah, nigga, you on a plane every 24 hours.
I know, but I'm the one who was at home this weekend.
This time.
But I'm actually like, man, I'm enjoying it really. Like I'm tired of that life. Like I'm just literally chilling and it feel good.
Has this been as long as you've been home?
Huh?
This been the longest you've been at the crib?
Man, yeah, probably in a very long time. Yeah, it's probably been about the longest and most consistent. Yeah. So man, I've been chilling, man. I'm enjoying just being at the crib. I'm enjoying trash days. Go roll out the trash. Hey, I'm enjoying grown activities.
Yeah, I feel you. Yeah, you ain't constantly changing that rotation of draws, nigga. Every time you jump on a plane and shit.
Hey, nigga. Yeah, so living out a bag before I could get unpacked, it's time to pack again. So I'm already packed down there. Like, yeah.
You don't be packing. You, sir, please. Let's not talk about you and packing.
Exactly.
Okay?
All right, we won't talk about that.
And the PTSD is packing is killing me. Every so often, this packing situation comes up, and I see fucking frown train rail come right in the middle of Destiny's forehead and shit. Like
stressful. It's very stressful because B will literally wait until an hour before his flight to pack a whole bag for a week. See, like how? I just don't understand how you live your life like this. Why?
This is very true. Hey, but enough for me. It's on y'all. We had weekends, adventures of Atlanta, adventures of New York. Who kicking it off?
But first, let's introduce the show.
I was gonna let us get about 12 minutes in, like we always do. Then, hey, but go ahead, Destiny.
If you have not listened to us before, we are TopShelf Podcast. I am Destiny at yes_I'm_Des on Instagram. That's probably the best place to catch me. Instagram usually sees it first. So start there.
I'm B Quarter. Yeah, you can catch me on Instagram, B Quarter Beats, and yeah, that's that.
Shit, you know who it is. You know what the fuck going on. That's B-Bell.
Yeah, your favorite. That's a rapper line.
Yeah, you know what the fuck going on. but where y'all can catch me if I accept your request, just B-Bell. That's just_B_Bell. Where the headliners and shit today, B? We ain't got those up on.
Hey man, y'all asking for a lot.
This nigga, what the adult responsibilities is just taking over, huh?
Yeah. Yeah, but man, before I forget to start, every time somebody say a rapper say, yeah, y'all know what this is, y'all know what the fuck going on. I literally in my head really want to be like, no, the fuck we don't. Like, what the fuck is going on? Man. What are we talking about?
Right, man. I remember I seen one nigga like barbecue on one day and was burning shit up, and he was like, yeah, you see what the fuck going on? And I literally inboxed this nigga, yeah, I see that motherfucking meat burning up, nigga. That's what the fuck going on. You might want to get that flame down a little bit, motherfucker. Yeah. But yeah. About that, man. I mean, who you want to go first, or do you want me to go first in regards of our adventures? Because
go ahead, Destiny. Get yours off first. I know B got the wild stories, probably.
Yeah.
I went to Atlanta. I went to One Music Fest. I am a veteran at this point. I've been to like 4.
Okay.
They're a good time. I got to see Ari Lennox. It was amazing.
Is that like your first time seeing her live?
No, I saw her at One Music Fest before.
Okay.
Like 2 years ago. So the last one that they actually had, so 2019, I think it was. I saw her. That's when she was on stage. Summer Walker also performed that year, but got to see her. Kurt Franklin was another of one of my favorite performances. Got to see the Isley Brothers. Very surprised. Roll Ron was up there for a full hour. He had to do a costume change, but
costume change.
That nigga said, "I'll be right back," and definitely had a little intermission.
No, like it was like a real intermission, or they kept the music going.
No, I mean the music was still playing, but the lights was off on the stage, and he came back.
Right.
He had to take his
concert, his and his only.
He had to take his nighttime pills. He stayed in the same corner on that stage the entire time. When I tell you that nigga didn't move.
So I seen a clip, Destiny, and I forgot which song was he singing. Choosy Lover.
Mm-hmm.
And he brought up Bobby Womack's name as being in the bed with his woman.
What?
Yeah, this nigga put Bobby Womack's name, and further info that I had to go and holler at somebody about. Yeah, that shit is what he said the shit on stage, and I guess it was true. This nigga Bobby Womack was knocking down Ron's woman around that time.
Not Mr. Biggs.
Yeah. The nigga had Bobby Womack in them shit. Bobby was in between them sheets, baby. So, all right.
Child. Who else performed? The Lox performed.
Hey, how was that?
The Lox performance. It was hype.
This is what I wonder, because they had a very diverse like lineup or whatever. Mm-hmm. So like that, for instance, like that's very hip hop. And we talking about like Kirk Franklin and whoever else we just named. Is like it's a lot of different spectrums. Ron Isley. It's a lot of different spectrums going on there.
It was definitely a wide variety of people there. I don't think the old people really understood, like, this is a 2-day music fest. Like, they just saw Ron Isley and bought the damn tickets. I'm like, y'all ain't here to see nobody but Ronald. This is a whole 2 days.
They were on their lawn chairs and thought they was going to be there for a good 2 hours.
Yeah.
Man, they probably realized they're going to have to stand up or nothing. They thought they was going to be able to sit down in them chairs and look at the stage comfortably.
And they don't let you
I can't bring my cooler in here? That's what
they wouldn't let you bring chairs in there. They had chairs for sale, but they wouldn't let you bring your own chair in there. Oh, child. Big Crit and also Big Boy performed. They had them on the smaller stages, which was odd to me how they had Big Boy on the smallest stage.
I seen that stage was supposedly like the Rock the Bells stage. So then that made me further understand like why they had people like Crit on that stage, I guess, because it was meant to be like super like hip hop driven, I guess. But yeah, I don't know.
They had more of the smaller artists on that stage. Outside of them, I was like, okay, whatever. Burna Boy canceled at the last minute, and they replaced him with T.I. I mean, it really wasn't no big deal to like festival goers unless you were there to see Burna Boy. But it was just it was very seamless. Like they had an app. So the app would send out notifications like 15 minutes before everybody's set to let you know what stage each performer would be on, so you can make your way to the stage. A. Marie also canceled, so they moved Mario from the smaller stage to the Toyota stage, which was like the mid-size stage, in her place. But I mean, Wayne was an hour and 15 minutes late. He was supposed to close out the show on Sunday, and he closed out the show, but by the time he came out, niggas was mad. And I'm niggas. I was very upset. My feelings
hurt. You've been standing there all day. Shit.
All day. Like at this point, he was supposed to go on at 8:30. That nigga got on that stage at fucking 9:50. Mind you, the festival's supposed to be over at 10. He was supposed to be on stage from 8:30 to 9:45. He got on that stage at 9:50. And we got 40 minutes out this nigga. And we luckily got that, honestly. He was off the stage by 10:30. And I mean, they lucky that the city let them be out there till some damn 10:30. But he got on stage, didn't apologize, nothing. He just hopped his happy ass on stage, was just happy and joyous, like nothing was wrong. High out his mind, child. Couldn't barely understand what the hell was coming out his mouth, screaming and hollering all in the mic. At that point, it was I mean, I enjoyed it just because I get to say I saw Lil Wayne, but it wasn't like a performance I'll never forget.
Yeah. It's hard, man. I feel like somebody like Wayne, right? I mean, like, yeah, you know, I watch it, of course, but I feel like I've been watching him perform so long that it pretty much would be
like. And he kept saying like, "Oh, I brought my family, and I brought." What did he say? I brought the fam or whatever. Like he made it seem like he was bringing people out. That nigga brought out Gunna and fucking what's his name? Rich the Kid. Why are why are you letting Rich the Kid perform New Freezer? Why? What? Who asked for that? Nobody.
They had that because they got that project that just came out. Speaking of which, I mean, not to change the subject, but
kept it.
Yeah, I don't understand. I'm just like, why? Why does this project exist? Like, who asked for Wayne and Rich the Kid? I don't know. I'm like, maybe I'm out the loop on this one, and I didn't even know the niggas was even that cool. I don't know. I've never paid attention to Wayne and Rich the Kid on the song together. If they did anything in the past before, I don't know.
I was like, is that Rich? Rich the Kid? Why? I was so fucking confused.
They're trying to promote that project.
Yeah. And I'm like, for all this, nigga, I want to see, you better bring out the whole fucking Cash Money for as late as your ass was. I want to see Birdman. I want to see Drake tonight. God damn it, a fucking hour and 15 minutes for this shit. And then you don't know your damn songs. They take the piece of paper to the stage with the set list. So he kept like standing over the paper and like pausing and reading the paper, and then they'll start the song. I said, "Oh my god, this nigga's so high, he don't know."
I would have left straight the fuck up. Like, I didn't pay for this. Like, I would have just went on and bounced. Like, Wayne, you can have it, man. You can have it. So, question, Destiny. So you said Mario performed, right? Did he do "You Should Let Me Love You"?
He did.
All right, I have a story about this song.
Shit!
It's a very tainted ass song when it comes on. And down here in Atlanta, they play that shit like it's brand fucking new. So back home, when I was working at the school, man, these kids had a talent show, and it was a little girl that she wanted to be in the talent show, and I believe the other girl that was supposed to be in it with her backed out. So she was alone. She didn't know what to do. So someone that worked at the school went on and volunteered themselves to be in a talent show with her. So you think, if it's a grown person in a talent show with a kid, they do something like a dance routine, or maybe they come up with something creative to be able to be like, it's kid friendly, family friendly, most importantly, and it'll be something cool for all the kids to see. So we in the gym, they going on with the talent show and shit, and it's their turn. So this person gets up there with this child and sings "You Should Let Me Love You." Like sings "You Should Let Me Love You." You should have saw like the sea of people in the gym. Like the staff is looking at each other like, what the fuck is going on? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is he, and he's like going at it. He's like singing to her. And one of the parents that was there, they was like, is that his baby up there? And the kid's like, that ain't his kid. She's like, what the fuck he up there singing that song? Man, and I just knew. I'm like, they about to get rid of this nigga. Like, and ever since then, like every time that song comes on, it just takes me back to that day of seeing this person sing this song to this child in this damn school talent show. Like, I don't know what made them think that was the appropriate shit to do. But I just know the only thing that should have happened was his ass should have been out the door once his ass got done dancing. Damn song. So that's just a little random tidbit for me with that song, but it's definitely a fucked up one.
Yeah, what the
hell? I've been to a wedding where the groom and his mom's first dance song was "Too Close" by Next. Why?
It was just all type of fake. Like niggas is like, y'all see this? Hey,
I was
I'm like, nigga, you couldn't pull out "Funky for Jamaica." Like, you picked "Too Close" by Nets.
Oh no! What is wrong with people?
Man, what the hell? All right, New York. Man. City of Dreams.
Come on.
How it treat you, B?
Man, New York was dope, man. Me and my wife, we had a great time. We did some shopping, we ate, relaxed for the most part for me. But that motherfucker was crazy as hell too, man. Like, I'm gonna tell you this because it was a lot of shit that happened, but just to give you these crazy ass points before we had even got to the airport in Atlanta, we took the MARTA instead of driving. So we get on the MARTA.
Yeah.
Yeah, and we own that motherfucker, man. And this lady get on there, and the first thing she says is he been biting on my click every night.
What?
He been biting on my click every night. So I'm like, what the fuck going on? So I ain't trying to make eye contact. So he goes and takes a seat, and she's behind my wife.
Oh no.
Pam can't see her. I can. So then I see her stand up a little bit, lift and takes her pants down a little. She had a Walmart bag in her hand.
No.
She put that Walmart bag up under. You go on and just take your imagination to wherever the fuck you want to take it. You hear me? But hold on.
Oh no!
She had toilet paper in her pocket, so she.
Oh my God! What?
Ready. Yes. So we seen that. We get to New York. We stayed in Manhattan. I think Midtown Manhattan. That's where we stayed at. So first we go to the hotel, drop our things off. We go and we want to go get something to eat. So we walk up the street towards where we were going, and it's a pizza shop. This pizza shop just seems sketchy as hell. Like you got some of all type of characters out there. So first thing I hear was, dude was talking to another guy, and the dude was like, I don't even know why the fuck you talking to me. I should knock your ass out right now. Like, what's going on? Like already? And the dude that he was talking to just walked away so nonchalant, like he wasn't shit. I'm just like, oh, so this is the type of time they on. So see that. There was a lot of crack smoking and just out in public. You know what I'm saying? You get out the hotel, you walk out, and chick just gradually just came out this building. And she had that motherfucker like that, and I'm looking. I'm like, I know she's smoking crack. Jeez. Sure enough, that bitch was beaming up. Excuse me for calling a bitch, but she was beaming up. I'm like, oh, you really about to just give everybody this secondhand crack smoke? And I said, you know, I know that's probably your first time just taking in secondhand crack smoke, but here we are. Here we are. So that, man, and the craziest shit happened was the last night we was there. So we went to Harlem, and then we had dinner there with our cousin, and then when we left, we took the train back. So we get on the train, this dude on there, he talking to himself and shit, whatever. And he had a KFC bag in his hand. And, you know, we just sitting there. Then we hear a bop. So we look over. He done threw the KFC bag at the door. It's chicken bones and shit all on the floor. All right. And then he's talking to somebody like, yeah, since you was begging, you can have the rest of this shit. It ain't too much there any motherfucking way. I'm like, we got action. All right. So he's still talking shit, but he's talking shit to this guy that's down the train that's sitting by himself, not bothering nobody. So it catches the guy's attention. The guy gets up and he's like, who the fuck you talking to? He's like, I'm talking to you. And my man took his headphones off, and you know, New Yorkers, they real aggressive about everything. So this was, you know, I'll fuck your fucking ass up. You fucking talking to me like that. I'll bust your shit right now. So we looking. I'm like, oh shit, we about to see these motherfuckers get to fighting on the train. So it's a guy across from us. He ain't making no eye contact with nobody. Got his headphones on. He looking straight ahead. So I'm looking because I'm nosy. So in the midst of these niggas arguing, man, some old nigga comes up on the train with a metal pole with a sock at the bottom wrapped in duct tape. Talking about he was blind from glaucoma. Could you give him a few dollars?
Man, what the fuck?
So back to the two guys. The other guy that threatened him, he goes back and sit in his seat. And the crazy dude goes and walks up to the top of the train and gets to talking more shit as he leaving, like, fuck you, this, that, and the third. Calls him a few names. I don't want us to get banned on YouTube. So you take it however you want it in regards of the wordage he used. So he leaves. The train stops, and we hear a dart like boom, right? The guy that was in front of us ran the fuck up out of there so fast and ran to the other train because he didn't want to be on there no more. So we keep going. Another character gets on there. She got on a sweatsuit short set with drawers on top of her head. And the bra. We got the bra on outside of the I can't make this up. Listen, I can't make this up. She had the bra on outside the sweatsuit short set. She and that motherfucker talking to me like, you ain't never gotta say nothing to me again. Never, you hear me? You took my shit and you don't even know me. Sitting there talking to this guy that been on the train. He just standing there, sitting there like, just kept going.
Man, there's some characters in New York, boy. There's some characters.
And then you get the original, you know, guy got on there. He's like, excuse me, everybody. Like, he wants everybody's attention. And he was talking about how he was homeless and he wanted some money. He, like, before he had even said anything, he had got on his knees and prayed to the door, you know, did the cross. And then he just kept talking. So that's what happened on the train, man. And then, like I said, them New Yorkers, they something else, man. Like, we went to this pizza spot, and they had found out we were from Michigan and everything. So the owner comes up to us. He's like, "Oh, so you guys from Michigan, huh?" He's like, "Oh, you guys don't know nothing about pizza. Who you got up there? Illich, he got little seeds." I said, "Hey man, I don't need no damn hot and readies, man. Don't even cut it to me like that. Oh, you guys don't know nothing about pizza." He laughed. I said, "Man, I don't need hot and readies. I mean, it's been a long time since I've had a hot and ready, bro. Don't even do that." And I'm
they be disrespecting you on the food tip.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
McRibs. I don't need no damn McRibs.
I don't need no McRibs. We had that conversation last week, but me saying, okay, I don't eat hot and ready. I ain't had a hot and ready in years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, literally.
So I was just like, don't play us like that. And I'm pretty sure there's gonna be some people offended because they asked to probably eat a hot and ready twice a week. But that's right. You on the other hand, you're not about to come at me like I don't know shit about pizza. Like I came here to have pizza. You know what I'm saying? So it was crazy just hearing niggas cuss each other out in just random ass areas just for nothing. And the amount of niggas that's trying to sell weed, like it's 30 niggas all together and they all up there yelling good weed, good weed, good weed, good weed. Nigga, y'all need to go find some other areas to move to make this shit move. Y'all trying to sell $20 apes. Find somewhere else to sell that shit. Like y'all all huddled up together in Times Square selling the same shit. How that work?
It don't.
So yeah, other than that, man, I mean, we had a good time, man. We just shopping, we ate, we relaxed, and we went to a few museums, and it was cool, man. It was definitely needed.
Yeah, adventures in New York.
Yeah.
Destiny.
Huh?
A lot of bullshit.
Oh, are we ready?
Kodak Black grabbing his mama ass and everything.
Yeah, that's on the list too.
What I've been telling y'all since we started this podcast. What have I been saying, Destiny? That nigga was in a 6-man team in a classroom. He picked up garbage at the end of each cafeteria period.
Oh yeah, Kodak. That was a very odd video. You dancing with your mama, you pinching her ass, you trying to kiss her in the mouth. You could tell she was like super uncomfortable. Ew.
Yeah, I'm gonna just say this, man. Pray for Kodak. Seems like he's been going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? I mean, he's always been going through a lot, but he's been going through a lot lately. I seen him post a tweet about killing himself, but he came back and rectified that whole situation. But obviously, man, he going through some things. Seen him on DJ Academic's podcast. He got a fucking, I don't know what type of rodent this was, but it's just crawling around his shoulder. Ew. Like the whole interview. I don't know, man. I don't know what's going on with Kodak, but pray for Kodak, man. But the grabbing the mama ass and boy, that's just different.
Why?
I've never seen anything of such.
Never.
Yeah. Like, I don't know how he can justify that one.
I just pay my mama, you know what I'm saying? Making him feel special.
I will say I was watching the Academics interview and I was like, I got through about half of it and I'm like, man, like this nigga, I'm trying to get through this, but this is kind of tough. Yeah, this is tough. This is tough. This is tough to watch and comprehend.
I'm trying to get through it. Like it was a
nigga. I was trying. I'm like, man, I'm trying, but it was only so much I could sit through. But yeah, man, shout out to Kodak, man. Pray for Kodak, man. And man, he loved by a lot of people. So yeah, man, I want to see him succeed. But that grabbing your mama ass,
gotta go. Speaking of prayers, our boy Boosie needs some more prayers because the nigga done got locked up and released, I guess. I don't know.
What?
Locked up?
Yeah.
Oh, man, it happened down here in the county.
Yes. They done put it on. He put a post up on his Instagram page Like recently, it was like an hour ago. He was recently booked in the Fulton County jail and then released. And he put a message on his IG page a few hours ago. I'll be back shortly. Truth gonna come out in the end. And I think maybe the hashtag was supposed to say police tour, but it says POLCE tour. Forgot the I. So yeah, I don't know what the fuck's going on, but nigga got locked up. And
as I said last week, Boosie always got some problems.
Like,
I was not expecting to talk about shit about Boosie this week. Like, I thought he was off the radar this week. How this nigga always got a problem.
He ain't never off the damn radar. Speaking of on the radar, Tyga turned himself in today for allegedly beating up his ex-girlfriend.
Oh, so he like talking with his hands.
Yeah, like her eyes were fucked up. He whooped her ass.
I'm like, damn, my nigga.
Yeah, I did see a picture. Like, yeah, he put a shiner on her.
He did.
Not a black eye, a shiner.
He definitely did.
Like, you see your boy Soldier Boy, Big Draco
was talking crazy.
He had a field day with that one.
But he can't talk because his ass was whooping Nia Riley ass too.
Yeah, I knew I remember something like that. Like you had something like the similar
on TV when they was on that marriage boot camp or whatever the hell it was. Boy, sit your ass down. Speaking of sitting down, Fat Joe, sit your fat. Oh, child.
Go ahead and say it. Going to say, sit your fat ass down.
This man done said the baby is the 2021 Tupac. Now, sorry.
Hey, this is what I'm gonna say.
That's his damn second strike.
I'm gonna give Fat Joe a pass because I watched it. Actually, I posted it on Beats and Beers. So I feel like in the moment Tigger was pressuring him.
You didn't have an answer. Just say I don't know.
He didn't even have. He said like, man, he said, made a reference like it's hard to compare, you know what I'm saying, these guys or anybody to these guys. So I feel like he just came up with a random, like whatever first thing came to his mind.
Clearly.
And brother, I would have rather you just said I can't think of nobody. Didn't say that.
I've never known for the baby to have a song that's as uplifting as a keep your head up. I'm just saying, like,
I've seen somebody say
maybe impactful. No.
Yeah, and I will say, so the baby had made a tweet saying like he wanted to collab with Jay-Z, and somebody tweeting him back saying Jay-Z not about to hop on them Bo Winkle beats. So says it all. Like, bro, how you compare to Tupac? I don't get it. Like,
not ever.
I mean, I guess like trying to compare the rebelliousness, maybe, but even that still it's not the same rebel.
Yeah.
So I don't get it.
Yeah, he blew it. I just would have fucking passed on that because that was a reach of all reaches.
All he had to say was, man, you know, Pac was a 1-to-1.
Right.
Yeah.
Hey, we don't have a 2021.
Yeah.
We'll try again next year. What the fuck? Like,
you just don't.
Cardi birthday was yesterday.
I seen that, boy. Shout out to Offset.
Yeah, Offset bought her a house in the DR. Like a luxury house. It's fire. It's got a pool on the roof.
Okay.
It's hard. She said that she had been talking to him and wanting to invest in like vacation properties or whatever, rental properties. And she thought that he didn't want to. She thought he was too worried about investing in other shit. So that was a surprise to her. And she was so thankful and all that stuff. I thought that was thoughtful, seeing as though it was something that she had actually been wanting to do. And it wasn't just something he just bought, because what the fuck do you buy somebody who has every damn thing?
Right.
Exactly. Like, no, I think that was pretty dope, man. And I just want to say shout out to Offset and Cardi B, man. I know they had their ups and downs, but whatever the case is, I don't know. They hold the shit together. So,
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, and that's ultimately what the shit is about. Like holding the shit together. Cause life gonna be life. Motherfuckers gonna do what motherfuckers gonna do, and shit gonna happen. And it's really about at the end of the day if you can hold the shit together.
Right.
And, I mean, and considering on top of that, regular life day celebrities. So I can only imagine the added shit on, what I'm saying, on top of that. So shout out to them for holding it together, as long as they've held it, held it together. And seem to be happy, So now it's like looking in. But
And that's the most important part. They seem to be happy. It really ain't been too much nonsense. It hasn't been any nonsense at all.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I mean, they seem like they're just living life and not caring what other people are saying or whatever, which that's how it should be.
Yeah, man. That's what it's about at the end of the day. Like, I mean, man, shit gonna happen. Like, that's just, I mean, it's inevitable. It's the human, human thing. But shout out to Offset. I mean, it seemed like he came back from whatever, whatever was going on and all that shit. And they seem to be, happy and thriving now.
That party looked very lit. That party looked fire. So my bucket list: go to a Cardi B party at least once in my life.
Yeah, it did, man. I seen something weird. Man, did y'all see it was some girl dancing on Quavo?
Yeah, I seen it.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, but the theme of the party, I guess, calls for it. But I'm just like, all right,
they was in there wilding. Tiana Taylor was in there wilding.
Man, I seen LMA, and I'm like,
I saw that too. I said, oh,
okay. Yeah, I've never seen LMA like that on nothing. I'm like, oh, okay, all right.
That's how they do it over the pond, I guess.
Yeah, I'm like, all right, Ella.
Mm-hmm. Apparently Usher done had another baby.
No, I didn't know this.
Yeah, I didn't know that either. Well, you know what? I seen somebody today in their story talking about, you know what? I couldn't, I don't even see myself getting with Usher with all these damn kids and everything. And I was like,
who the fuck is they? First of all,
I don't remember who it was.
Does Usher see himself getting with you?
I was like, kids, he got another one? Like, god damn.
His latest wife is, I want to say, is his manager or ex-manager or something. She used to be a part of his team or whatever. But they got two together. And then the lady he was married to before, I want to say they had one. I think he got about 5 or 6 now. Because they had the first two.
Usher doing his thing, man.
5, I think.
Shout out to Usher, man. He got the residency out here in Vegas. I don't know if it's still going on or what.
Yeah, it's still going on.
Okay.
Yeah, I need to get out there.
Yeah, it's still going on. Hey, man, at the end of the day, yeah, man, shout out to Usher. I mean,
he married, so that's what you
yeah, exactly. So ain't nothing wrong with it.
And nigga gonna be dancing out the way for a while, boy. He gonna be dancing in Vegas just like a motherfucker trying to take care of them.
Hey, before you go to the next thing, man, how you feel about Nicki Minaj and where she's at in her career?
Unmoved. Hell, she doesn't excite me anymore. I don't get excited about a Nicki verse or like, meh. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like I'm starting to see like a pattern of like every time we hear her speak or see a video from her, it's like it's almost like some bitterness happening. Like every time, like I'm like, damn, like Nicki, why not just focus on the music or something positive? Like, why are you always got something to say about these other female rappers? Like, to be honest with you, like Nicki is supposed to be above all of that, really. Like she supposed to be on some Beyonce rap, rap shit, kind of like I've accomplished X, Y, and Z. Like, and really, like she has the most accomplishments out of, most or all female rappers. Like, and why not just be that and take that role and be like the big, like you shouldn't even be entertaining none of this shit. Like, why is any of this shit phasing you? You know what I'm saying? You done already did what you were supposed to do at this point.
I mean, it ain't been about the music for a while, man. To be on the up and up. You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, crazy it may sound, it ain't been about the music since she stopped dealing with Safari. You know what I'm saying?
That's very true. And I'm trying to think. Yeah, man. That's very, very true.
Yeah, like not saying, he was a part of the business side of anything, but musically, I believe he was helping. You know what I'm saying? And the music hasn't been as strong since he's left. It's just been more so of just a shadow of her still being able to stay in the position she's in. Unlike what you're saying, be like she should be still she should be damn near in a space to where she should be an icon, which, you know what I'm saying, in her right.
Yeah, rightfully so.
Yeah, she's definitely one of the greatest to be able to do it female rapper wise. But just as long as she's been doing it, as much as she's accomplished, she should be definitely in a space to where, people should be clamoring for her music and knowing what to expect instead of it being constantly some type of controversy surrounding her. Because that's all it's been. I mean, from Remy Martin to Cardi to this, to her husband, his past. I mean, it's just so much other shit that a lot of people don't know unless you are actually in the know. To where it's just like, when she does put music out, it doesn't really, have a lot of eyes on it. It's like, okay, damn, Cardi put something out, cool, instead of how it was years ago, to where you've seen the rollout, you felt the presence and everything, from social media and music and everything. Now it's just, okay, she put something out, and then she had the record with Drake and Wayne, which was pretty dope. But shit, let's be honest, that record came and went.
Yeah, it came and went because I feel like, man, when she first started the rollout for that whole entire project she was doing, I felt like Nicki was about to drop an album, the same type of thing. But I didn't know that it was all these old freestyles and songs and all of that. And I felt like people was really geared up to be like, oh shit, Nicki about to drop a album. And it wasn't that. So I feel like that particular song got caught up in the mix of all this old shit in that particular project, which okay, maybe you should have just dropped this as a single, even if you wasn't going to drop an album right now.
Yeah.
You could have dropped this as just let it stand by itself. And I feel like it probably would have got more attention. Me, myself, personally, I didn't even listen to it that much because I'm like, fuck, I don't even want to click on this project. Yeah. I just didn't want to. Once I discovered what it was, I'm like, I don't even want this project from Nicki. I want some at this point, man, Nicki's supposed to be killing this shit. We supposed to be waiting on her shit, a Beyonce or whoever. She's that supposed to be that in the female rap world. And she's not supposed to. It's not supposed to be all this bitterness of battling. She talking about the female rappers don't want to listen to her. Of course, probably when you was, they age or at the point in their career, you ain't want to listen to nobody probably. So it's just I don't know. I just feel like she's supposed to be at a different point, a different level of maturity per se.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I feel like at this point, you need to be either you're gonna be momming or you gonna be rapping. But this momming with the drama on the side shit. Like, we don't need that. And I feel like she's really squandering her opportunity right now because what other female rappers are really like out there doing anything right now that would even be competing with her? If she were to like focus on her music and be like out here dropping shit, it would only be her. But she's so focused. I think she has in her head that there's nobody else out there right now, so she can drag her feet. Is she gonna get caught in one of these new girls that what's her name, girl? Cynthia, whatever the hell her name is, she gonna catch up with her ass. One of them is they're gonna catch up on her.
I mean, female rap as a whole is definitely progressing. You know what I'm saying? As a whole, like we seeing more and more female rappers, and I mean within that, it's the same thing with rap overall. We gotta sift through, you know what I'm saying, the good shit and what's the bullshit. But now since Nicki opened that door for like now, I feel like labels and everybody else is looking for like that next like female. So yeah, of course you're gonna get a lot of bullshit in between. But within that, you're gonna get a few good ones that's gonna come through and really, you know what I'm saying, dominate shit. I feel like Cardi definitely gave her run for her money, but I feel like Cardi now is in such a different lane. Cardi is Cardi.
And I feel like Cardi has her own box. Cardi is not in a box that was set before her. Cardi made her own box. So it's like Cardi is another female rapper that, you know, is, I would say, is on Nicki's level, just because Cardi is doing shit now that I don't remember Nicki like being as and when you think about like fashion and shit, Cardi is doing shit that Nicki did not do. And yes, Nicki has been on the fashion scene. She's been to, you know, the Paris Fashion Weeks. But when we talk about attention and coverage and just fanfare, Nicki did not get that. Nicki might have went to one or two shows, but Nicki wasn't in Paris Fashion Week for 2 weeks straight at every show giving you looks. It fucking didn't like the level is just not the same. And I feel like they're both like, you know, crossover, you know, they both got their pop hits, they both got they hardcore hip hop hits, they got the same type of, you know, music, but Cardi's and Nicki's is still two totally different sounds and different audiences. And I think Cardi is capitalizing on hers a lot better. That, like, being a mother and an artist, Cardi is doing it way better than Nicki, period. Because and I think it's because Cardi she's not as phased by the drama as Nicki is. Nicki is always feels like she has to defend herself and defend her name, and like that just gets lost in shit. Like, stick to the music, stick to what you're good at, because you spend so much time defending yourself and defending your brand and what it is and what it ain't. Like, nobody cares about that. At the end of the day, you release some music, people are gonna listen to that music. They don't give a fuck about the interview you did about this.
Exactly. And I feel like, and I'm gonna say this and be done with it so we can move on. But yeah, I feel like Cardi just capitalized more so in terms of being an actual brand than Nicki did. Like, Nicki got a lot of rap accolades, but Cardi, who's only had one album and you know, and singles or whatever, she's took that and like spend it, flipped it in so many different ways, to where Cardi is more than an actual, she's more than an artist. She has like a different thing that she possesses that people want to tune into. So she has more to capitalize on, more things to keep her relevant.
Cardi's more interesting, and Cardi lets you see her personality. Nicki does not do that.
Yeah,
Nicki does. I connect with Cardi. Cardi makes you laugh. Cardi says shit that you think and you might not say. Like, Cardi is your nigga next door. Nicki has always kept that like behind closed doors, and she's never really like been herself in public. And I think that is what has propelled Cardi way further than Nicki, because people connect with that, so they gravitate towards that. Yeah. Nicki is just like, Nicki is Nicki who sits on the throne, and you can like her music, but how many people can say that they like Nicki as a person? Not a lot of people, because you don't really know Nicki. Nicki talks in fucking a goddamn random ass accent every 2 seconds. Like,
yeah, and then when we do see Nicki, it's stuff like we just seen. Like it sounds very bitter. Like it's not like just fun, upbeat, uplifting. Like it's always criticizing like other rappers or just other type of shit that you just don't want to see. And it's like, okay, Nicki, maybe this is your personality. Maybe this is why we haven't seen it as much, I guess.
And that's why Cardi has shows on all these different networks and shoes and all these different partnerships and things like that, because she's relatable. Nicki, not so much.
Yeah. All right, enough of Nicki.
Next, Summer Walker's rollout is different.
It's very different. Like,
it took me a little time to understand what the fuck's going on here. But I want to say that the dates that they listed are the dates that she wrote the songs.
Listen, I was literally looking at this shit today. Like literally today, a couple of hours ago, and I'm like, "What the fuck is these dates?" I was so confused. I was like, are these dates for? I'm like, did she record the songs on these dates? Like,
yeah, I think that's when they were written or recorded. Because I was like, is this about to be an album of fucking old ass songs that we've already heard? Like, are these release dates? Or what's happening? But I'm pretty sure, like, they're like, I don't know. They're.
When does her album come out?
I don't know. November, on the anniversary of the last one, November 4th or something like that. But there's future dates on that list too. So I'm like, well, it can't be the date the song was written. So it has to be the date that the song is going to be recorded.
Maybe this is part of the marketing rollout. Like, they know they're gonna have everybody wondering, just like we do, I guess.
Yeah.
Like, but yeah, I literally, because I follow what's his name, Justin, from Love Renaissance. His name is Justin Wears Cool Pants or something on IG, and he posted it, and I'm like, what the fuck is these dates? Like, I don't get what, but I mean, maybe that's part of the rollout that'll make sense later on.
They made an Instagram for her. What's the name? The hard drive. They made an Instagram for it.
Like, what?
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm out the loop on the hard drive.
Yeah. I'm just lost on the whole rollout you explaining. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, like if you look up, if you go to Summer Walker's page, or like I said, I've seen it on Justin Wears Cool Pants page. Like it's like a list of, it's a track listing first of all. Well, a track listing that's not filled in. So it got the song that they're about to release with that features JT from City Girls, and then other songs, I guess, that have been released. I don't know, I ain't hip, but you know how they do, like they list like 1 through 20 or whatever, so you know it's 20 songs on there. But by each of them songs, they got a date, and some of the dates are like past dates or whatever. So you like, this ain't like when the song gonna be released. Because I was thinking when I first seen it, and it was just line of dates, I'm thinking like, okay, they're about to release each song individually, and I'm like, no, that's kind of whack. Like, who the fuck want to receive a song for like 20 weeks and shit? But so it's not that. So I'm assuming it's like the dates that the songs were written on or something. I don't know.
It can't be the songs that they were written, because there's future dates on here. So there's
I don't know. Maybe something else is gonna happen on them dates. I don't get it.
I think it's when they were recorded, because the first song, Bitter, is the date is from 2019. And then this X for a Reason featuring JT, the date is October 2019. So these songs had to have been recorded back then because again, the last song is 10/7/21, Sierra's Prayer. So yeah, confused, but I mean,
yeah, I don't know.
Maybe I don't know. Don't give me a line, but I'm looking forward to the album regardless of when the fuck these songs was written, recorded, dropped. I don't care. Give me the album. Thank you very much. It's gonna be a good one since her and oh boy are broken up and she got a new boo.
I
Who
didn't even know she
remains
had a new
nameless.
man.
Oh yeah, she got a new man. She been posting them every now and again, but she don't ever tag them, and it's nobody knows who the fuck this nigga is. So okay, whatever.
Well, I'll tell y'all this before we move on. I got some info a few weeks. It's crazy we talking about her. That she turned down some music from a legendary artist, songwriter, in the midst of making this project. Like literally, like turned everything down. They gave her while she was recording here in Atlanta, and it didn't go too well. I'll tell y'all once we end this, but y'all
Speaking
definitely
of writers,
yeah.
Ari Lennox's new song "Pressure" that was a Jonte, Jermaine Dupri, and Brian Michael Cox song.
Yep.
Woo!
Yep. Yeah. Speaking of Jermaine Dupri, this Currency been in the studio with Jermaine Dupri.
Banging them out.
And I'm like, what the fuck? Like, in the little clips that we've seen so far, in terms of just like the couple seconds that they didn't play, I'm like, oh, this is a different Jermaine Dupri. Because I was worried, actually, when I seen the picture, I'm like, the Jermaine Dupri can capture what, what Currency is. But I'm like, nah, this shit sound actually kind of dope. So we know, like, Currency been doing the projects to where he been, working with one producer. I'm like, damn, is we going to see one from Jermaine Dupri? I feel like that would be a good look for both of them, actually.
They
like
work on the project.
Yeah, we never seen Jermaine Dupri dabble in that lane, and we never expect Currency to work with somebody like Jermaine Dupri. Like,
you
never heard Jermaine Dupri make no goddamn beat for Currency.
Yeah, that shit was pretty cool, and it all stemmed from that song he did called Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah,
that's how this shit came about. He just named the song Jermaine Dupri, and that's how this shit all came about with him coming here to Atlanta. And it seemed like they've been working, and I mean, with Currency, it's he's always working. So Jermaine is like, I think in the clip, he was like amazed. I think they knocked out what?
I think it was 5. No, I thought it was 5 the last time I seen something.
Yeah. Then you see Brian Michael Cox in the studio, and I'm like, oh shit. You know what I'm saying? I'm excited to see that just off the fact.
Yeah, they got to make that an official.
Yeah,
that got to be an official release. Like that's damn near history. Right there. But yeah, shout out to Currency, man. Shout out to Jermaine Dupri. I like what what he's becoming in terms of legend, in terms of it just seemed like we see more of him now or something. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I think what should happen more is a lot of these people, that have had these hell of a runs, they need to be able to just come back in and be able to reinvent if they are. And I think that's what Jermaine Dupri has been able to do. And I think as of just a great music producer, that's what you're able to do. You're supposed to be able to move among the wave and be able to create your own, to be able to not say like you're doing everything else, but here I am, and this is what I'm doing. And you know what I'm saying? And if anybody wants to come and embrace it, then they should be able to, So I think that's what, like you said, giving the roses to JD, man, because I mean, shit. The resume speaks for itself. You know what I'm saying? And to see him do that with Currency is like it's pretty cool. And then also we forget that Jermaine Dupri is a hip hop head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man. I'm just happy to see that people like that, you know what I'm saying, like still around and still thriving. Like I think that's pretty dope, man. So I think that's something that's much needed for the culture that we didn't know is needed, but it's actually dope to see.
All right, man.
And with that said, one last thing, Nelly and Ali beef. I don't care. But I will say, this is why it's important to take care of your business.
Yeah.
When you are writing and doing things in the music industry, I don't give a fuck if they are your fucking mama. Get your shit in writing, because shit like this happens all the time. And at the end of the day, yes, it's fucked up that your friend would do something like that, but everybody don't stay friends for their whole life. Shit happens. And if you are not prepared, then shit, your ass is gonna get got. So backstory: Ali claims that he wrote for Nelly a long time ago, and now basically Nelly ain't giving him his credits for his writing, and he's mad about it.
Yeah. I seen this coming. You know, Ali, I believe sometime last year, you know, he started doing a series of interviews. He did an interview here with damn, I forgot my man's name, here in Atlanta. But he started talking about the rift that him and Nelly had and going on about how Nelly has done him wrong, Murphy wrong, the whole entire St. Lunatics, in regards of, you know, being able to get out there on the road and make a few dollars and just treating them wrong from what he sees. You know what I'm saying? And Nelly has spoke his piece. Like, all of this is on YouTube if you ever just want to get out there and see where it stems from. But Ali a year ago kind of just walked around the fact of him saying that he wrote for Nelly. And then I guess what happened was Nelly got that award at was it
the Hip Hop
Awards. And I guess he said something underhanded to where it was a sneak diss to Ali. So that's what just kind of just said, fuck it. I'm just going to say I wrote his shit. He ain't never write. He could write, but he wasn't able to write, you know, those hits like I was.
Yeah, man. Yeah. And that's the case for I feel like a lot of artists, and not to like discredit like Nelly or anybody for that matter, but when you under that pressure of like writing good music and writing a hit, when I say a hit, because people define that differently, but a hit that's just like going number one and like going to spread across like all demographics, all genres, that's a different thing. So when you get into like, oh, we gotta get these hits, like we need hits, like that's a heavy lift.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? When you want to do back-to-back hits like that. So you need, a lot of these artists need that assistance, because you can't, I mean, a lot of these artists can't come up with these hits. You know what I'm saying? Like that. They can come up with good music, and you know what I'm saying? It'll be a lot of shit that, you know what I'm saying, we might listen to, but is it going to do well in terms of like radio and the charts and all of that? That's a different ball game.
Yeah.
So I can't even say that discredit Ali for nothing. You know what I'm saying? He's saying. And I can't blame Nelly. I don't feel like there's nothing wrong with Nelly getting that assistance either.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Because it made the whole team win.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day. So I can't even say that I'm surprised by it, really.
Yeah. So it's real. It's been nasty for a minute now. So to see him just air it out, it's like, you know, where the hell is this gonna go now? You know, because it was like, even with the Nelly interview, he did, I believe, in St. Louis, and it was with some people that they've known for a while. Right, the arguments was getting heated because people was taking Ali's side, and it just seemed like Nelly was just in there on his own trying to speak his piece. So I don't know where it's gonna go. It's definitely sad to see. I ain't never been too much of a Nelly fan, but I mean, you can't take nothing away from the run he had and what those guys did all together, correct?
Exactly. That's the same boat I sit in. I ain't never been too much of a Nelly fan, and it took me a while to really be like, okay, like I'm gonna give him his credit or whatever the case is. But yeah, like you said, you can't take nothing away from what he did, or you know what I'm saying, nothing like that. So I don't know, man. Hopefully they can still be friends at the end of the day, somehow, some way.
Yo, B, did you know Ali was from Flint?
Nah, nigga, this
random ass fact. No. He from Flint. He stayed here for a while, and that's how then he ended up. I don't know how he ended up in St. Louis, but
yeah, that's crazy. No, I literally had no idea, nigga. I'm halfway tipsy over here, and this is fucking blowing my mind. I leave from Flint. That's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's all I got for the fuckery of the week.
That was a long ass week. Shit.
Yeah.
Wilding. This goddamn retrograde is in effect.
Yes. One more thing, and before we get to the playlist, I know we already over an hour, but fuck anybody that's trying to cancel Dave Chappelle. Like, fuck y'all. Netflix came out and said they not canceled. They not taking the specials down. None of that. And I'm tired of this shit. Like, why can't we say, you know what I'm saying, certain things that, I mean, need to be said or joked about? Like, we get joked about fucking all the time. I think we come from, especially as a culture, especially with black people, that's what we do. We joke about each other and shit. Like, so it's a fucking joke. It's a comedian. And part of being funny is you have to include real shit. That's what makes it relatable. And that's what makes it funny at the end of the day. So if we're gonna be this sensitive as a culture to like censor the fucking jokes to where we need to cancel people for talking about real shit, then it's like, what is this shit really coming to? Like, we can't joke. We can't joke about real shit. Like, it's, and I don't feel like you said anything like offensive or anything like that. Personally, I enjoyed the Netflix special, but that's my tidbit, and I'm trying to like summarize it all up because I know we over time.
But it's the truth, though.
Yeah,
like, they trying to cancel Meek too.
For what? Yeah. What do you do?
Because he wrapped his tour bus in that damn album cover, and it's like them cartoon drawings or whatever, where the women, like one's bent over, one got her legs open, blah blah blah. So here come the fake feminists, and they're trying to cancel him. I'm like, oh my god.
Well, are they not trying to cancel the person who made it, the woman who made it?
Was it a woman who drew it?
Yeah, that's a woman. That's a female artist, and she's if I'm not mistaken, she's gay.
They don't. Like, they ain't said shit about that. They trying to cancel him because, again, fake feminists. Just stupidness.
Shea Butter committee came and was rubbing that shea butter in their elbows like, you gotta go.
Oh, Lord.
Yeah.
So. But yes, we can move on to the playlist. Are we ready?
Yeah, we ready.
Yeah.
Mine is an ode to One Music Fest, so my artists are from the lineup. So, of course, we got Ari, Department, Kirk Franklin, Melodies from Heaven, and T.I. with Rubber Band Man, because that just hit really hard when I was there. It was a great time. Can't wait to go again. But I think I will say I have definitely aged out of general admission. If I can't get,
this is a motherfucking fact. This is a fact. This is a fact. I thought about that too when I went to Made in America. I'm like, I just need to be up on one of these platforms. I need to sit down. Away from you regular motherfuckers, because this is just not like, this is not the life I'm trying to live no more. All the pushing and shoving and being up on me, like, hey, get the fuck back. You up on my woman, so I gotta give you an elbow. Like, hey, and I ain't gonna play about that. Like, so get the fuck on. Like, and it's just all these like 18, 19-year-olds and shit. Like, hey, get the fuck on. Like, I will fucking give you this grown man strength. Like, Get the fuck on. Like, I ain't trying to do no mosh pit. I ain't trying to do none of this shit. Like,
no.
I'm just here to, as a music fan, to enjoy the actual music. And so, yeah, that shit is just
dead.
That general admission shit is just it's a lot. It's a lot.
Yep.
So I agree with you there. But
all right, B, your turn.
Shit, damn, what was the 3 you had? Oh yeah, you had that Kurt Franklin. Yeah, you know why I thought about it. I remember Kurt Franklin did a radio ad for churches when we was kids, man. Trying to find that shit for a while, nigga.
What?
Yeah, nigga did a radio ad for churches.
Mm-hmm.
But just another random tidbit. Man, my first 3, I was kind of, I don't know, I think it's getting cold. The shit I'm listening to is kind of just changing. So my first one is Sing Along by Jeezy. That was off one of the mixtapes with Drama.
Okay.
Yeah, that's on streaming platforms too, nigga. While you was looking at me all
yeah, I'm like, hey, what? Yeah, okay.
Yeah, it's on streaming platforms. The next one is Hustle Music 3 by Payroll. I'm looking forward to, Giovanni's Way. I think it was Giovanni's Way 2 or one of the two. But that's coming out Friday. And then my last one is a classic, Get Out by Scarface featuring Jay-Z.
Okay, nice.
Yeah.
All right, mine's is kind of just all over the place a little bit. So the first one, some new shit, young niggas. It's called 365. It's by Chase B and Babyface Ray.
Okay.
The next one, I don't know how it popped up, but Future Married to the Game. And then next one, I'm trying to give I've been on a lot of different vibes this week, but it's Erykah Badu, Gone Baby, Don't Be Long.
That's that shit right there.
Yeah, I love that song. Like that always put me in a good space. So them my 3 for the week. But yeah, TopShelf Podcast, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, Spotify, Google Podcasts. Oh, and now you can listen directly on Facebook. If you're on the Beats and Beards page, it automatically uploads to there just automatically every time we put out an episode. So which is pretty dope because it opens us up to a whole new, following or whatever the case is. So yeah. Oh, the playlist.
Yeah.
On Apple Music, get that on Spotify, get that on Tidal. It'll be updated when you hear this episode or watch it or whatever.
Turn up.
And yeah. Y'all got anything else?
Thanks for listening, guys.
We'll see y'all niggas next week eventually.
All right, y'all.
Bye.